and welcome back to another Forge Lance Forever cast. Today we're on the classic Setons clutch for a 4v4. The average game rating here today is 1500, which is quite high. You can see there's a few pro players in the mix. We're going to go around and introduce all of our players, but very first, this is a co-cast. I am hosting with Banana Smoothie, who has started the replay at the same time.
Hello!
So let's go around and look at our players. Starting on Team 2 down here, playing the rock position, it's Ice Crow. He's playing Cybran in Crow Purple. Down to the air position, we've got 2 cents. It's kind of a discount 50 cents, but he's giving his opinion in grey. Also playing Cybran. On the beach position, we've got... that's probably the biggest mess of a name I've seen in a long time. We're going to call him derpfaf, and he is playing beach. He's playing Seraphim in red. And up front, it's Kane. Not Kane as in from Red Alert, but Kane as in... Michael Caine. Up here on Team 1, we've got... and he's playing in purple UEF, making 3 labs already, very aggressive. That name, Cillian, apparently, according to Google Translate. On the rock position in white Seraphim, it's Happy Idiot. Expecting some good plays from him. At the back, we've got RCX in Lego Mindstorm Blue. He's playing Cybran Air. And the highest rated player in the game today is Give Mass. He's going to be wanting all of the mass. And he is playing in Aeon Pink. So the classic Setons clutch, lots of mass in the middle as you can see. Players trying to eco, hit T3 by about 11 minutes. Get those bombers out. You have the ASF fights, 2 oceans to fight over. And normally rock, with the power of these islands, if they can take the island, the extra mass allows them to push into the opponent's army, whilst that happens here. So we get a wheeling effect on the map. Just looking in here, it doesn't look like this ACU is going to see... So Kane is not going to see those labs.
Very sneaky.
Sneaky here. Little mech marines running through the forest. And because this is one of those old maps, is he doing that deliberately? No. But he is running through the trees, and that does actually break up the reclaim groups of trees. So this actually... It will actually cost his opponent time and resources to reclaim more effectively. It looks very much like Itchy here is hiding his labs, looking to avoid the inevitable tank that rolls out, the Tham. And if he can get past this base, this is very greedy start. Only 1 Zooey out for defense, and that's miles away. It's a very greedy start here from Kane. If these labs get into the power at the back, he's going to be punished by that. Elsewhere, we've got a few scouts. Early island, 3 minutes is about right. So Ice Crow going for his island, and Happy Idiot going for his island. So that's about right. No steal on the cards from either side by the looks of things. The inevitable tangle in the middle with this A2 ACUs, although they appear to be more busy hoovering up the mass than shooting each other, slurping that mass. There is a lot of mass, as you can see, those reclaim orders. It is okay to overflow, because remember in FAF, overflow mass goes to your teammates rather than just being kind of wasted. What that means is they actually pass mass to their... Greediness kills you. So it looks like those labs got in and killed some engineers. He went after the hydrocarbon, but he's not going to finish that. No, he's not going to get it. So those 3 labs only killed a couple of engineers in the end. Have to think that if he split those up, he could have maybe done some more there. Yeah, these engineers were all open for assault, 1 mech marine to each. So both islands held there, no surprises. ACU tickling in the middle of the map continues. A lone bomber from derpfaf here. Where is that off to? Oh, he's just going into the mid. We can speed the game up here, I think. Kane is eating a few shells, but nothing he can't handle.
So Pink's got more Sui. Or Kane is mainly got tanks to support his clan.
This bomber looks like it's going for air, but that's going to get scouted. 4 scouts to 1 bomber there. It's probably accidental. So they did force Kane down into the yellow here. He's down on 8,000 hit points. But a big unit advantage for Kane. I have to think that mech marine push may not have been worth it. He only killed a few engineers. Still slurping up mass. I'll leave the map open up here because it's easy to miss a lot of things in these big team games. I know it's frustrating. Yeah. Just kind of eyeballing each other right now. See an inevitable push where one of them feels they have an advantage. So unit priority for Kane is set, whereas Itchy seems to be targeting the ACU.
So Kane's got a lot more units.
You see how many units he's got here.
Wow, he's
1,500 mass, whereas Itchy has 1,700, so it's about even. It does look like Kane has more here.
I think he has a lot more.
Naval factory out for Team 2. derpfaf's making Navy already. Looks like he's going straight for a frigate. Naval factories being constructed all over the map. Just none yet for Ice Crow. He looks like he's lagging behind a little bit.
No, he's got one up there.
Ah,
By the island.
good point. He already has his Cybran frigate on the way up by his island. You can see T2 in the base here for Happy Idiot. Looks like no T2 here for derpfaf. We are on T2 air down here and going T3 already by the looks of things. So 2 cents got a very early build. He's going straight for T3. Just off of Tech 1 power and stored energy. This is a very unusual build. Lots of energy storages here. No T2 power generator. He's stalling energy and mass. So unusual build there.
Let's have a look at RCX.
More even build, but again struggling to make his Tech 2. You see a lot of these trees haven't been reclaimed, so if you want to just speed up this build, reclaiming a lot of these trees would give him a lot of power. Trees give you power when you reclaim them, so that would massively speed up that construction of the Tech 2 power there. Tech 2 engineering on the way here.
Any upgrade for Kane? He's also getting an upgrade.
Let's have a look. They're both going T2, so expect them to kind of shore up, get some PD. This is somewhat vulnerable with the somewhat vulnerable to Zuis here. There's plenty of strikers to back him up though. First frigate out is going to run into 3 up here, so that's not going to go anywhere. We might as well take a look at the eco. Looks like it's actually really difficult to see who's ahead on eco at the moment because the numbers are changing so quickly based on reclaim. It looks like Happy Idiot is making a good progress. He seems to be fairly high. And that is because he's got the extra mexes on the rock, obviously. There's already a T3 mex out for the fuck without any storage around it, so he's quickly building storage. Doesn't look there are any other T3 mexes, so he is first. Getting that T3 mex before he's built any storages around his T2 mexes is doesn't seem optimal, but he is higher rated than I am currently, so I know these engineers could be building some if he has spare mass. Nice, stalling both. He's maxed out. Just building T1 power around his comm, look. Building it around his comm so there's no walk distance. This is going to be this is going to be a very one-sided fight right here. Choosing to run is a sensible opinion here. If we look through the players and you look top left, I think we'll see that almost all the players are spending their mass. Well, apart from Happy Idiot, he's got 1,000 there. 1,000 there. Most of the players here are spending their mass very efficiently. They're not full barring. And that is what you would expect to see at a higher level, 1500 plus. Not having any spare mass. Any mass that you aren't using to grow your economy essentially is putting you behind. So a few Tech 2 PDs here, followed by shields, and pretty much the same over here. So it looks like things even in the bottom pond, and even in the top pond in terms of numbers for now. Team 1 though seems to be ahead on eco. Few more T3 mexes emerging.
In the field.
And ASF are out. How far away are we up here? Well, we're not very far away at all. We're just building Tech 3 power. So both air players getting there reasonably quickly. No large moves yet in this game. Things fairly sedentary. Kane's built that shield, but he doesn't have the power to run it by the looks of things. He's building more T2 powers and shield generators in his base. Fairly large scout wave here from Happy Idiot. He gets a full scout of the fuck's base, the whole lot here. He's going to see those T3 mexes. There's 3 of them now. And he's going to know he's not ecoed quite as hard. He also sees he's got an advantage in frigates and he's going to push, which is a good choice here. I expect to see these engineers spamming up some torp launchers between the naval yards. They are not. Remember, if you put a torp launcher here, it can shoot through the naval yard, but the enemy frigates can't necessarily shoot back. See on the map here, there is a destroyer on the way for Happy Idiot. So whether it was wise to push in like this before he had the advantage of his destroyer. He does have overwhelming numbers. If you remember, all that mass is going to be dropped here. Right outside the naval yards. Really, a single torp launcher here would have definitely helped. I feel like that would have been a pretty good investment, just a single torp launcher, but he's gone for Tech 2 instead. Kane getting into the naval game as well, seeing his friend is his ally here is a bit behind. Happy Idiot's been pushed back. Needs to use this destroyer, which he is doing. Definitely there's more ASF out on the field for RCX than there is for 2 cents. We do a quick count. We are, is that 15? 15 for RCX. And 11, so not too much in it, but 15 minutes. You might expect to see more.
Is he building something else? He was ahead before.
Looks like just Eco T3 power. Got an air grid coming. There's actually a larger air grid here for 2 cents. He's planned out a bit more here. Seems to be slightly ahead on air grid, but lower on ASF currently. Torp bombers out. So the jump to T2 air made for Defuck. Needs to try to abuse these destroyers to pick off as much as he can before the enemy destroyers get up in number. Come down here, start abusing these naval yards. We can see them all. We can see the T2 factory. Might be just being cautious because he doesn't want to drop more mass. But if he stays out of range, things in the middle looking fairly quiet. Itchy's comms actually retreated all the way back to his base, electing not to stay at the front. He has moved his comm all the way back.
Interesting.
Things very quiet in the top pond, just lots of scouts and inties patrolling to give vision. So they're trying to maintain vision of as much as they can. And Give Mass seems to be ahead on T3 mexes. Is that right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus just 7 by the looks of things. So he is actually ahead. Although when Icecrow makes use of his extra mexes that he's got on that island, he will obviously surpass him. I think the Happy Idiot
has lost the advantage slightly.
Happy seems to be holding back here with his destroyers. Could quite easily bring some of his army down a little bit, pick off some of these, or take care of some of these. He's got 5 destroyers to 3 right now, with many more on the way. Not with 1 million more on the way, but with some on the way. So I thought those were artillery, but it's actually just a couple of mobile missile launchers shooting at the tanks here, and the response to that is to set a patrol route so they dodge. T3 sonar up. It definitely looks like Icecrow has an advantage here in numbers, but not in tech.
Ooh.
And we are up to battleships, so Give Mass has jumped to T3 when his opponent is only making T2.
Ooh.
And that's going to crush. I don't see any way that can fight that with just frigates. Those Omen battleships, by the way, very good unit. Yeah, that's a good point. Itchy's saying go and shoot mid. He has lots of destroyers. He can probably go and take down all these shields and delete all these units real quick. Tech 2 radar, good target as well. His opponent can't match him and needs to stay in his base really, so coming and abusing the destroyer range is a good idea. Fuck completes T3 on his comm and starts T3 power production. Not got any adjacency bonus here really. It's an unusual setup he's going for. I expect he'll start reclaiming these as soon as his T3 power is up. Get the mass back. So Happy Idiot using his cruiser here. The destroyers will be much more effective. He definitely could move his destroyers in and do a real number on this mid base. Yeah, that battleship is done.
The Eon battleship.
And we got another T3 coming. So Gibmas is flying on an eco front, and he is pushing out the battleships. All his mexes are up to T3, and he is going to be spamming battleships all day by the looks of things. A few destroyers. Yeah, he's going to be making destroyers and battleships.
Factory was that making?
Destroyers and battleships. And versus frigates, with just 2 destroyers here, that's going to be very effective. It's not going to get a great arc here. The fuck is going to be able to take these destroyers on one by one if they line up like that. It's terrible placement here. RCX thinks there's going to be a telly, but 3. I don't think there's enough. There's not enough power here to telly, and we can see obviously hindsight that he's actually doing T3. And we're down to a T2 RT fight now, and you definitely need to favour the Seraphim here on the T2 RT. Those Seraphim shields are much better than everybody else's shields.
That is true.
These Omen's going to be deleting some units.
Boop.
Deleted.
He's gonna get battleship fire.
Ooh. Lucky Trident here.
Definitely gonna get
Another one off the
fire.
line, so we're up to 2 battleships. And it looks like Ice Crow is going to respond with his own battleships. That's the way he's going to be playing this.
I presume he's gonna bring those battleships straight down to the base.
Yeah, he could bring the battleships to fire on this. To be honest, they could probably bring both their... They could bring their destroyers from here and their battleships from here, and they could just straight up kill Kane, I'm pretty sure.
It's a good time for him to retreat now.
I would expect to see a retreat given here from Kane when he sees
Can he
battleship
see
fire coming into his base.
What's his vision?
He
Yeah,
can see it, but he does have those Seraphim shields. As we know, Seraphim shields, pretty good unit. Yeah, it looks like the fuck is actually caught up. If we go and look at his destroyers, 11. Go and look at Happy Idiots. Just 9, so he sat on that big advantage for a while there, and now he is behind.
This is tagging up, is that why?
Well, he might be teching up, but the fuck is actually teched up quicker. He's on T3 now, with the battleship already out, versus 1 just being constructed. Those battleships are going to make life very difficult here.
Yeah, that base is going to get destroyed.
And by difficult, I mean basically untenable.
Run away!
If only those destroyers came in as well, they could just straight up kill him. They could just zap him. He'd be very dead.
He spent so much money there as well.
Yeah, quite a bit. Some RT and some shields. Obviously with the shields gone, the RT over here is just going to eat them alive. Small investment, 1 clink hammer. Pink clink hammer. It's like a very brave sex toy. So the thing going for Ice Crow here is that he has got a very large number of frigates.
So much spam.
He's got 120 frigates already. Gibmas only has 57, so it's very possible that he could literally just swamp those battleships right now. And that might be the best idea before he loses too many of them to battleship fire. He's not going to beat them with his own battleships. He's at a numbers disadvantage.
What can he see?
It really might be best to just run in and
he
try
can't
and
see.
run in and try and swamp them, but he doesn't have the signatures right now. It looks like that is what he's trying to do. Try and get in here and swamp those battleships. Obviously any mass that gets deposited, these players are very good. They're going to be straight out here with their engineers to reclaim it, and that will power their next level of their next number of ships. Which for Ice Crow will be more battleships, but for Gib Mass could be donuts. Remember, he is Aeon, can make sea donuts. Oh, this is just painful to watch here. Right! So many poor frigates getting massacred. How many has he lost? Well, he's actually gained one, so he must be producing them at a huge rate to do, considering how quickly these have been deleted. He's just got more. We have the perfect cube formation here. Not particularly useful.
Air fight.
Hard to see which way this one's gone. I think that RCX actually has the advantage, and he definitely has now that 2 cents is running.
Retreating. But his ally has no
He's going to be
cruiser.
retreating over his allies' navy,
There's no
but
cruiser.
basically didn't do any damage. Those he's got no cruisers, so the frigates aren't really even going to hit the ASF.
You need to do another can.
And the moment Defuck has a small advantage, he's going to be pressing immediately on mid. Very sensible. Use your ship's guns since you paid for them. He's going to be taking this middle base out. Unable to get to those battleships by the looks of it. He does have lots of his own. He's got 5, 6 battleships of his own now. So battleship numbers are actually have evened out. That is the power of having rock eco. It's 550 to 450. He has 100 more eco, and that is going straight into battleships. Huge amount of torque bombers out here. RCX looking to pick them off. Looks like 2 cents is not going to be able to affect that. There are cruisers out as well.
One lone bomber in the mix.
One
Where's that
strat
going?
bomber here. This strat bomber, I mean, landing some bombs right here would be amazing right now.
Is that where it's going?
I hope so. I mean, that would be a really good pick. He does get a bomb
Yes.
right on the production.
Nice.
If he can come around and get another one, that'd be great. Great for 2 cents, obviously. That bomber, 21 kills immediately. Yep, he does get another bomb. Big naval engagement here. The frigate's basically just crashing into each other. Look at that ridiculous beam fest. Seraphim beam spanners, get out. Whee! Looks like he was not able to destroy this mid base, and he's going to get punished for it. These shield boats turning up as well. So Ichi has got into the naval game, and his contribution is going to be shield boats, which are amazing in naval fights. Meanwhile, similar engagement in the top, going much more evenly. So torque bombers brought out for Gib Mass. They're being shot down. Where are those ASF? You can see they're still lingering here in the middle. Well, RAS ACUs underneath the water, probably spamming up, not spamming up things, but probably just going to be collecting mass. It looks like the frigate spam has won out here. Or has it? Remember, these are very chunky boys, these battleships. Very chunky boys. Battleships might get tickled to death. 4 battleships versus 7 battleships. But again, shield boats being made here by Itchy. So he is doing really well, helping both of his friends. His opponent here, Kane, hasn't really made... Oh, actually, I say that he has made them. He's got battleships. What am I talking about? No impact on the top pond, though. You see the stream of frigates being pumped in here. So many frigates. It looks like they haven't been that effective. A lot of those frigates have died.
Is it because they don't? What can they actually see? The Setons got a lot of stealth, don't they? Which is really annoying to deal with, I find. I can actually see quite a lot.
So they're looking for an eye. I guess that's for scouting or seeing what's being produced. Transferring some energies, obviously sharing technology and FAF team games is encouraged. You protect your allies, especially like this. Shield boats with your navy is very strong. An eye, the A on eye with the, obviously artillery like a Mavor is extremely strong. Very close engagement range here. Seems like Icecrow is now pumping out his own ASF to assist. Very sensible since his ally is behind. Almost a stalemate here. It doesn't look like anybody has managed to pick up an advantage in this bottom pond. Just fighting over a growing field of mass. Torque bombers with air support. Engineers hoovering up. I think this is definitely going Give Mass's way. We might have slightly more. Battleships right now, but the shield boats, the engineers. Look at all the RAS ACUs. I don't think that's possible to hold that. He does have these aircraft carriers, which are great. But they're not great against boats. You need to keep them in the back, really, if you can. But good at providing anti-air.
In the pond, though.
Yeah. Look at this.
Disgusting.
That's cancerous pink cancer spreading across the top pond here. So it looks like this is going to be... White is going to be getting crushed here. Happy Idiot is fighting against 2 people whilst getting torped. Similarly, Icecrow looks like he might be on the ropes here. So this is actually the opposite of how it normally goes. You would expect that actually Rock would win against Beach, but it seems like in this case the opposite is going to happen. Mainly due to all that support from mid. So 2 sensors completed a nuke silo. And a large amount of strats circling. Not sure what he's going for with those.
Where's that going?
But if he's got the nuke coming, killing an anti-nuke here would be, that would be absolutely brutal. Land a nuke here. That really would be the end of that top pond battle. Yeah, there's an anti-nuke everywhere, but they're not No anti-nuke here. Strats are coming back. Another air engagement here. It's fairly obvious that RCX has vastly superior numbers. Oh, it's painful. Oh, he's getting punished all the way back.
Right!
Oh, that's really bad. He's got nowhere to retreat to as well. There's no SAMs in his retreat path here.
He's getting killed.
At this point, it would have been better just to fight and die. He's going to lose all of them for nothing.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, and you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
The only good outcome of that is that he did manage to keep his strats. But that was non-consensual. He really did get roughed up from behind there. Yeah, it was air rape. That was horrible. Horrible. Look at this. Oh. This is the cancer right here. The pink cancer spreading. Shield boats. Omens. Blur. Oh, this is over. I don't think Ice Crow is going to hold that. At this point, he kind of needs a nuke to even get him back into the game. Okay, the strats are on the move.
Where's he going?
There are Tech 3 subs out for Happy Idiot. They have great range. Strats, where are they off to? Okay, well they're flying over this base which has no anti-air. And then they're going all the way up here. So I'm not sure what's... Oh no. Are those strats? Oh, they're going for a snipe on Happy Idiot. That's not this. This is a scout that we were looking at. So he has lost all of his ASF here.
Oh, it's not gonna make it. It's not gonna make it.
I don't know if those strats are actually going to get there.
He's not gonna make
He
it.
only needs 4, remember? There's no shields. He only needs 4 to drop the bomb.
Is he gonna make it?
Is there a dodge? Happy Idiot, you must dodge. You must dodge.
No!
Oh man. Happy Idiot.
Oh god.
Why didn't you dodge?
Piccolo is very sad about that one. That really should not have worked. Just a couple of shields. But he was busy microing his navy. Which is, I think that's a losing battle really. This many battleships. This is only going one way as well. So we're going to have the reverse. Where beach crushes rock. Which is kind of like
Interesting.
rock beating paper, or scissors beating rock. This process seems irreversible at this point.
They're just gonna get topped all day.
Yeah.
long.
So this is really smart. This is really smart. So when you're losing a game like this, if you are Ice Crow and you're losing C, or you're Itchy here and you're losing, your job is to die as slowly and as annoyingly as possible. Every second that you hold up the enemy is time that your allies have to crush. You need to die as slowly as possible.
Normally that's my job when I'm playing.
I think these are actually being force fired. Because these subs are going to eat these battleships. But they have to keep moving.
What do you mean ground fire?
Yeah, I think he's ground firing them. Definitely spamming up harms is the way to go here. They're very annoying to deal with. You're going to have to basically ground fire them individually with battleships. has turned on navy factories, and having, it looks like the factories were not assisted. So all this build power has been idle since Happy Idiot got killed.
Oh no!
And that is only going to speed up the crush here. He's now got frigates in the production. He should be trying to reclaim them almost rather than build torps. Not sure what these boys are doing. They're trying to build a torp launcher where there's a frigate. That's not going to work. These ones, again, sitting idle. These boys sitting idle. Another airfight in mid, which 2 cents has lost. He is like 0 and 5 right now in airfights. But he has been picking up at least torp kills elsewhere. Kane finishes a chicken. So remember, he is playing Seraphim, and that means that he is a chicken. Look at these chicken legs. And he can build 2 other chickens. He can build the small chickens or the big chickens. And this is a big chicken. We've actually got whalers in mid. No, I thought these was a con, but there's been a steamroll in mid.
What else they can get to that
The
enemy
Otham's
nuke
going
in
to roll their way through these Ravagers. They have battleship support. This isn't going to last. I mean, the moment the battleships get here, the space is doomed anyway. These harms are going to kill these frigates probably. That nuke almost done. So we've got transports out, and a Scathis has been queued up. So 2 cents looking for a way to bring him to end the game here. No anti-nuke up here for RCX. He does have 3 in mid though. And prioritizing the build factories now. He's going to be shutting down the production. He's building destroyers. That's not going to do very much. Could definitely use some air support here. Lots of defenses being constructed. Itchy moving his con back. He's making an anti-nuke.
Does he not see the chicken?
Do they see the chicken? Yeah, no they don't. They'll see it in a minute. But they've probably got enough bombers and gunships to deal with it, to be honest, at this point. RCX says there's a nuke. There is a nuke. It's not done yet, though. Now, if this is your nuke, where are you going to land it? You can't land it anywhere up here. Although you could dump it here, I suppose.
Is that his con?
You could land it up here. You could land it. You can't land it here. So this, I guess. I don't know.
Navy?
Not any great positions because you're going to kill this with your navy, so you need to try to affect this if you can. You could kill the top production up here, but it's already too late, really. You've already lost. There's already enough weapons in this pond to just destroy everything. So even if you killed everything, it's not gonna... Even if you killed all the production, this amount of units is already enough. And the chicken now is going to be crushing these Perseus. That big old balls there. Those big balls.
He's probably gonna
I think the chicken might die in the base, but then the rest of the army might be able to clean it up. That's quite a lot of PD. He's gonna stomp on the NGs. Yeah, it didn't really do any damage though, not sure what that's about.
We managed to get to the engine nuke.
No. But
Is the Iron Storm gonna finish it?
the Ion Storm might kill the anti-nuke here. Hello, Ion Storm. Kill the anti-nuke.
It's killing everything else apart from the engine nuke. Oh no, there's so much.
Wow.
There's very much.
That is the least useful Ion Storm ever. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not working.
Yep.
So the naval push here has definitely been stalled by all these torps with air superiority.
Is there another chicken?
It is another chicken, yeah.
Well, that will finish the job, I suppose.
Yeah. This Tech 2, this is the naval HQ, by the way.
Oh, it's just
Oh,
getting
it can't be the
reclaimed.
actual HQ, it just has to be a HQ. But it's it just got
It's
reclaimed.
slowed up.
That's pretty painful. Huge amount of whalers. And they are eating the battleships, which they can do. There are no anti-air on these battleships. In fact, there's no cruisers at all. The only anti-air that he has, he doesn't have any anti-air. He's got one
Cobble.
cruiser down here. The Seraphim cruise is not fantastic because their anti-air is very slow. So did that nuke get launched yet? No, he must be stalling mass. Minus 500 mass because he's going after the Scathis. Good lord. That's when you want to be
Where's the
hoovering up some
Mayfall
mass.
in the top?
Did they start a Mayvor? There's a Mayvor queued up here, but it's on top of... no, it's been cancelled. Nobody wants to reclaim the chicken, which is unusual. Normally people like fried chicken, which is exactly what this is. Pretty tasty. You want to slurp that up.
Finish off the job.
Some more chicken coming in. These harms actually doing pretty well. They have kind of slowed this up. Very annoying to deal with.
Well, I presume the news got a launch once they get it into it.
Yeah, just shoot the anti-nuke. You could even just retreat. Go for the other one. Unfortunate. The thing is, once you've blown up this base, it's almost not worth nuking it. Like you've already killed it. You're going to be nuking it to like get rid of the mass at that point, right? That's basically the purpose. You're not going to nuke this. This is already protected. So Gib Mass creates a unit. He's got an experimental, and that is it a sea donut? I don't see a blue disc on the map, a pink disc on the map, so I'm not sure what that is. Chicken eating cruiser fire.
Selected
He's built Mercies. I don't see his experimental there. Oh, it's a GC. He's built a GC under the water. That's pretty cool. Spammed up a GC there with all of his comms and the mass that he's harvested. And that's going to walk... Oh, you know what?
Oh no.
Oh. I don't think he'll get this. There's too much PD. But it would be really cool to try and get the anti-nuke there.
Where's Ice Crow's com? Oh,
Ice Crow's com is in the pond, where you would expect. Monkey Lord completed here. I guess that's to deal with the chickens. Support comms going pop here. Huge wave of torp bombers. No air cover protecting. 2 cents. Where are your air? Well, he is coming, but he's going to be a bit late. All of those harms going to get chopped there. Huge number of Tech 1 torp launches. Icecrow doing a really good job here of surviving. He's trying to survive at any cost. Itchy up here has not been so fortunate. He's got bombed even with the air support. Now how is this good? The GC is actually able to fire. It's it's a tall boy. Look at that. Tall boy. He can fire whilst in the water. He's going to be deleting things. Deleting that anti-air is actually really good because it'll allow the torp bombers to do more work.
He's getting tickled.
He's getting tickled by jesters. So many jesters. And the jesters are getting one-shotted by all the ASF. Airfight again in the base. This is going to go. Towards 2 cents because the rest of the Air Force is up here. Oh, if only there was Tech 3 anti-air here, not just Tech 1. I guess he doesn't have Tech 3 engineer.
He does.
He's building mass storages. Oh no, come on 2 cents.
Fight him.
You're gonna have to fight him over. Look at all the anti-air. That's a great place to fight.
Just do it!
It's a great place to fight. Okay, well he's gonna be fighting back here. That GC making its way in now.
No, fight him.
Bunch of Corsairs coming in, but I don't think that's going to work. Can they even shoot the GC there?
Yeah, they
Kind of. So GC is not going to make it to the anti-nuke. It's going to die before it gets there. Oh my goodness, look at the damage these chickens getting all the way in.
Oh wow.
Zap him. Zap this boy. Zap him. It zapped him. Ah! So all these boys look like they're going to get popped by the Navy. Para going up. Wait a minute. Paragon half completed here. Gib Mass has been throwing all that reclaimed mass into making his Paragon, and that's why his naval attack here has stalled. There's no other way of saying it. It has stalled completely. Those harms and spamming frigates to avoid take the alpha damage has worked. Very large amount of factories queued up here for desperate defense.
Can we have a look at what you can see? Do they see the Paragon?
No, they haven't seen the Paragon. No, they haven't seen the Paragon. So they're just trying to decide their nuke, and they think here. They must be trying to guess where the boys are that made that GC. The GC died here.
Oh, there's a ways.
But that is not a very effective nuke. There's just not, all the boys have moved. Look. So Icecrow has managed to bounce this attack here. Whereas Itchy has basically gotten crushed. It's just an SACU there.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
It's very sad. So the Scathis half done. If we go and look at the Paragon, it's nearly finished.
Oh.
That is what all the money has been going on to. I expect the Navy to push out now. But obviously the moment that all of that Paragon gets finished, oh boy, are all these factories going to be pumping out
I
battleships.
think they spotted a Paragon.
Okay, so RCX is saying that they're going to teleport to the Paragon. I can't imagine that would actually work. Look at the amount of PD here. And there's whalers and Tech 1 bombers, and if they just moved one of the spiders there as well, that's already, you know, it's not going to do anything. Look at a mass count on the map. There is 300,000 mass on the map to reclaim already.
That's how many engineers are
1, 2, just 3. There's only one anti-nuke protecting the Paragon though, I
There's
think.
1, 2.
Oh no, two.
Three.
Two.
Three.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, three anti-nukes protecting the Paragon, so that's actually really good. They've thought about that. They're not in range of each other either. Paragon, hello, very tasty infinite money. So immediately we're seeing huge numbers of hives coming. We've got a Salvation under construction. We've got donuts.
Donuts!
That'll work well with their air advantage.
How's the Scathis down there?
But they have sacrificed a lot for that. All their position in the ocean. All their position here, they've sacrificed 2 bases. Their attack, they could have done a huge amount of damage here if they'd kept pushing. Got sea donuts under construction. What's this making? T3 engineers. Yeah, okay. I mean, why make battleships when you can make engineers and have the engineers make sea donuts, I guess. Some drops here with some Tech 3 RAS Bois to start making some experimentals would be good.
Is Scathis ready at the bottom?
Scathis is not ready.
Oh no.
All of that mass from the battleships went straight into that Paragon.
Jeez, there's Scathis is ready.
I don't even know what that was.
Probably a donut.
Yeah, it's a Tempest down here. They're already working on the next one.
Oh, okay.
So the map position is pretty bad for Team 1 up here, but the mass is look ridiculous. They have 4 times the income thanks to just that Paragon, and you can see that Gib Mass has been very kind. He's handed over all of his power creating structures. Power and mass is all going straight over to RCX. RCX, on the other hand, probably should give these hives over. The salvation, 2 salvations nearly done. What is the status of the Scathis? Well,
It's finally
it
completed.
has finished. The giant Beyblade is ready. The big spinny boy.
I presume it's going straight.
There we go. The first shots are away, and Paragon is surely the target.
Yeah, probably. There is
Spiders going after the Tech 2 transports trying to do cleanup work. That is wild. 2 strats here look a little bit lost. Not sure what they're doing. Another Scathis here. Salvation
dear.
complete. Another salvation complete. This is disgusting. And the naval push is going to continue now. Nice pickup here from 2 cents. It's actually behind the ASF there on a small amount of them. They didn't lose a nuke defense in that. The Scathis is hitting pretty hard.
the Salvation.
Salvation is firing at
I presume it is Scathis.
Surely at the Scathis, yeah.
He does
And there's
not
not much.
have enough shield.
There's only a couple of shields here.
Cybran shield. No.
There really isn't very much here.
It's getting
He,
the nuke.
the anti-nuke and the nuke definitely under threat here.
Oh no.
We should probably split this.
I think the fuck doesn't have. This has a nuke. Is that right? Not the nuke. Not the
That's going to be the anti-nuke. Whoa. This is definitely going the way of the Salvations. Salvation's pretty good. 2 of them, much better than a Scathis.
He's not building enough shield. The end of the Scathis.
And
One more pass.
even worse
Yeah.
is that Give Mass here is doing the sensible thing and he is making another Paragon.
The Scathis is gone.
The Scathis is dead and the Paragon is still alive. That is very bad news for Team 2.
Are all the anti-nukes still intact?
They lost 1 anti-nuke down here, that's all, so they still have plenty loaded. Oh, they didn't even lose that. This will be the last volley from the Scathis before it's dead. Okay, so some air grid got killed,
Nice.
but the Paragon is all good, and those Salvations are still up. Another Scathis here.
What's the top building?
Very unfortunate. Red. What?
Strategic launch detected. Strategic
Wait
launch
a
detected.
minute.
It's a nuke zone.
Strategic launch detected.
Red has been channeling all of his mass into nukes. He has been building nukes in these battleships.
Oh wow.
Did not see that, but he has got a lot of nukes. I don't think that's going to be enough. 4 anti-nukes here.
No
Another one
problem.
here. Another 2 there. That is not going to be enough. If he could land a nuke here and kill both of these 2 though. Oh, he's going straight for the... Unfortunate. Ice Crow asked for the air.
Strategic launch detected.
There's another wave of nukes.
Strategic launch detected.
Just 1 here would be great. Would clear out the anti-nukes for future. He's not going to get through this wave.
No.
2 here. 1 here.
Strategic
So he's got
launch
3,
detected.
but there
No,
are
he's
5
got
nukes.
more.
He is actually going to get through here.
Maybe.
The mass nuke looks like it is going to win. Whoa, where did that anti-nuke go? Whoa, taking the long way round there. But this
Oh.
nuke is going to get in.
Oh! Wow.
And that's going to be the end of the Paragon. If he had actually placed a nuke
Strategic
here,
launch detected.
He's
actually would have
more
killed the,
incoming. He's got another nuke going for the...
slightly wasted nuke here, unless it clips this. It does.
And then one more nuke for the...
Strategic launch
Absolutely
detected.
brutal. Give Mass is getting nuked off the face of the earth here. And you can see the income has dropped immediately. It was at 8-9k and now it's back down at
Strategic
4.
launch detected.
Is that also gonna land? That's
It's
disgusting.
just spamming up more salvations, but without the Paragon now.
And they're both gonna die.
Oof.
Wow.
But I'm guessing Team 2 don't know about the second Paragon. Oh, they kind of have seen it. There is another Scathis.
He
And
said his own nuke. No shit. that's a lot.
he's out of nukes. One here would have been good to kill these. These are going to be reloaded. And you have to think, Team 1 are going to be building nothing but anti-nukes up here now.
Oh, is that oh, the other power is
The
halfway
Paragon's
down.
half done. Keep mass still on 800 mass a second, so all of that going straight into the second Paragon. And we are going to have the Paragon nuke Boogaloo in about...
Oh, this nuclear finisher, but they don't see it, I
yeah.
guess.
That's still a good nuke in a normal game. We're going to have the Paragon versus nuke Electric Boogaloo number 2 in about 6 minutes when these nukes have rebuilt. Is he going to add more nukes, or are they going to go strats and try and snipe the anti-nukes? You've got to think they're going to be...
Have a
They've got their own Scathis. Are there any game enders being built? Well, no. Red's base is completely dead. All of his eco is going into those nukes. Purple, well, he's got no game ender. Red's got a nuke. Sorry, Grey's got a nuke. If he'd used that at the same time, whew,
I think
Strategic launch.
he is
detected.
launching it.
Where's it going? Did they see
Hard
the
to
new
see
power?
on the map.
Did they see the power?
It doesn't matter, the anti-nukes are ready now.
But the power is. Are they
This
already?
nuke here. Oh, there's 6 anti-nukes here. My god.
Nuke the
Absolutely
Navy.
depressing. And one here as well, so this is a no-go zone.
Nuke the Navy.
Nuking the Navy is a good call. Actually, up here it would be great. Look at all the...
All the nukes.
Oh, he's not gonna... Yeah, nuke subs up here. Get rid of those. You don't want a counter nuke going off on your battleships. The nuke subs are trying a flee. It's gonna be a big oof right here. Less effective than I thought, but still a lot killed. They did manage to get so much stuff out with that Paragon though that it was completely worth it, even though they
Second
lost
one's
it.
almost done.
Yeah. Wow. Otham's getting in underneath here. Shame that nuke was here. They could have killed some of the... it wouldn't have been worth killing this. Shame they couldn't get in. Some interesting little battle. Look how useless the... Look, they're shooting the ground instead of the Zoomies that are like literally in front of them. That's very sad. Okay, so Ice Crow is taking control of the air. Gib Mass is in the water here. Have they seen that? Does Ice Crow know where he is? I think
Where is he?
this is the comm. This is Gib Mass's comm, their highest rated player.
Oh,
That's an attack command.
Oh,
I think they're going to snipe him here. He's been out in the water. They've found him. And those torps. He's going to... Oh my goodness, he's dead for sure.
oh wow!
So he is gone.
Didn't
And
see
that
that
means-
coming.
That means that they lose their 2100 and they're down to a 1200 and a 1300 versus an 18 and a 17.
They still had a parrot though.
They do still have the Paragon.
If they
Come
they-
on, boys. Come on, Itchy. You
Build
can do it.
Build it.
Build it. Build it. Build it.
I believe in you.
So what are each player doing? 2 cents. Looks like he's
Rebuilding
just
the
trying to
base.
rebuild and shield up his base. That's basically it. He's got a Scathis coming here, but it's unshielded. That will die when it gets scouted.
Oh, where's that?
Ice Crow is getting pounded. Not... What's this? A Monkey Lord under the sea?
Gonna get reclaimed by the boys.
It actually could get reclaimed by the boys. Yeah.
It's exactly what's happening right now. We finished a parrot.
So RCX says the Paragon is done. He does still have all of these. Got all the hives. Turn them on. Let's go, boys. He's back up on infinite money. Although basing here, it doesn't look like he's using it. Very large
We
number of
haven't got
strats
enough
out.
build power.
RCX building Cerberus turrets versus these. That's
Seriously?
never going to work. Heatmass trying to help his allies from the beyond the grave, which is good to see. Here we go, another strat run. What they're going for.
Is it going for the scan?
Maybe the Paragon.
Yes, I do they know about Paragon?
They must know about it. Yeah, they know the Paragon's up.
Yeah.
They're just trying to deal with it. This Monkey Lord is just being annoying. That's his job in
You
life.
can actually go up and kill
So that was a strat run on the... Oh, it's going to get it. Wow, that strat run actually kills the Scathis. But there's another one on the way.
And another one on the way. As long as
These Zooies somehow find themselves at the back of the base here.
so annoying.
Scathis volley fire fired at this island.
He's not gonna stand up to it. Oh,
It's
it
just
survived.
not just not accurate enough to deal with that.
It survived.
So they actually lost Aeon Tech when did they? No, they've still got a lot of engineers. But all of these engineers are idle. They've got a Paragon. They really should be using these. Transfer them over. All of these hives idle as well. Not sure why.
Probably getting very busy.
Icecrow and Kane up more than 1,000 mass a second. Icecrow in particular is manufacturing the boys here. He's getting the boys over for a party. And this is without Paragon income, so he is just spitting out the boys. He's going for, I think he's going for decentralized income here. I don't think he can beat the Scathis, so he's going to try to get as many boys, probably put them under the sea or something. All the Corsairs up here. And Team 2 seems a little bit desperate here, rushing all their units in. That said, all of this is anti-air, and it's not torps, so actually rushing a Navy in here is not a bad decision. Get rid of all the anti-air and you can straight up kill. This is a nice move. Lots of Tech 3 anti-air here.
Getting reclaimed.
It's reclaiming the mass. So that's going to shoot down all the planes in the area.
Is that a bug? Oh no, it's a...
Experimental bomber, but flying the bomber into an area with this much anti-air is not a good idea.
Oh no, the air's out.
Is this bait though? Look. The experimental bomber is the bait.
I see.
Oh, spicy!
Whoa,
In come the Corsairs.
Are they really going for the Paradol? It doesn't look like it. Looks like they're
I don't
going
know
for
what
the
they're going.
Scathis.
Maybe they're going for the second Scathis.
Why?
If he split these up, he could quickly take down all of these anti-nukes.
Oh.
I don't think this is going to be very effective. Maybe the... Yeah, they were going for the second anti-nuke, but...
Under the shield.
They were going for the loaded anti-nuke, but no dice
Actually,
there.
bombers for that.
They could have killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anti-nukes there, I think. But there is so many anti-nukes now. They know that the next wave is coming. They are all building nukes. That is where all of the mass is going. It's all going into just building nukes. I wonder if they could actually use the Perhaps they could use the Scathis to shoot here.
Why is this
Trying to
Scathis
kill the
actually
boats.
shooting?
It's just trying to prevent air grid, I think. Yeah, it's just bombing random areas. The thing is with the Scathis is once you've kind of killed the main air grid and you've kind of pummeled most of the bases, you can't really finish off individual structures. Like you're going to take a long time to kill a single mass extractor like this. You really need something else.
They can actually build scaffolds under the sea and then move it up.
Now look at the amount of buoys and how quickly he's making them. There's like a production line of buoys here.
Are they not making any endgame?
Doesn't look like Team 2 is making any endgame weapons right now.
Team 1's got so much more.
I mean, the Scathis here got killed by the looks of it.
What's really gonna happen when the Scathis firing at them?
It says they have way too many SMDs, and they do. Look at all of these factories that Kane has spammed up. Become a whole bunch of Tech 1 engineers on transports. You know, at this point, you're not going to get through with the nukes, I don't think. Maybe just ram some Zars into them.
I
Or
think
try
they
and
should build a Scathis
something
under
they
the
can't
sea
stop.
and then move it out.
Yeah, maybe a sneaky Scathis somewhere.
Oh no.
Okay, well the bomb did drop there.
It didn't go for
The thing is, they have so much map control. Look now, at the amount of space that Team 1, as a percentage, that's like
it. But they've got the Paragon.
that's like 15% of the map, maybe.
They have the Paragon. They have more money.
But they've got double income. So if you're on the other side, really you just need to like just send suicide attacks in at this
Strategic
point. Like
launch
your
detected.
opponent probably doesn't need to reclaim anything since they don't need to. Reclaiming doesn't do them anything if they've got Paragon. So it's time to make some sacrifices, I think. So we got a nuke launch here. Maybe shoot the anti-nuke first, guys. Got to focus that anti-nuke with the battleships. Looks like this nuke is going to get shot down completely unnecessarily. There is a focus on the anti-nuke now, but the nuke already got shot down, so that's very sad.
He's got 15 nukes.
15 nukes. This is going to be the nuke apocalypse. 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 17 anti-nukes in this area. It's not going to be enough. 17 anti-nukes.
Maybe they can edge nuke something.
At least these are dying here. If they could get the battleships here, they could pick
How
off
many
even
of
more.
Are they all loaded?
Strategic launch detected.
This is a desperation nuke here. And that's because there are now 3 Scathis up. He's collected all the Beyblades. Look,
As long as they got the Paragon.
we don't have any Ravager production. Maybe you could make, you could attack from the sea, maybe. Just throw in a whole bunch of spiders or crabs. Just try and shoot out the anti. You could probably like shoot from here so you can protect them.
They're using the Scathis.
They're using the
And
Scathis
a
on the
navy.
navy here. That's not a bad idea. It's gonna delete a whole bunch of stuff. It's gonna force a retreat from navy, I think. What is the range on these? No, it's not quite enough. Very sad.
They need a
Strategic
sea
launch
dungeon is what
detected.
they need.
And here's the mass nuke.
Oh my
My
god!
life. The fuck is that? Well, the fuck is launching his nukes. And he is sync launching them, so it might be more difficult for the anti-nukes to actually to shoot them down. 1, 2. I can't believe this is in a legit game.
Oh,
no. The desperation is going to set in now. 5 anti-nukes remain. 6. 6 anti-nukes
Wow.
remain here. That's horrible. Do they have Aeon Tech? No, they don't. If they had Aeon Tech, they could possibly go for make those long-range missile ships. That
Or
would put a whole bunch more
Sea Donut.
pressure. Or no, Sea Donut hasn't got the range. I don't think. Sea Donuts don't outrange normal battleships. I don't think. Do they? This chicken might be an MVP right here. It really might be if it can get in.
Why did it go in?
Unfortunately, that ball is firing at the crab instead of anything useful.
Oh no. Why is it going there? Oh, it's going for the
Oh,
anti-nuke.
so close. Didn't
It's
get to
going for
fire the ball.
anti-nuke.
That's what they've got to do. There's not enough ground defense, so just throw in like 4 or 5 chickens. I think that would be really effective. If only they had thrown in a cheeky teleport here, teleport
Oh,
missile
geez,
launcher,
don't
gonna get
got
picked
in
up.
there. Yeah.
I think a large number of chickens would have worked. If only they had done this attack before they launched the nukes. They did manage to kill some anti-nukes in that.
Yeah.
Huge amount of Zoes in here. Again, going up against Cerberus turrets. Look back at purple. Oh dear. He tried to get the he did try to get a sneaky Scathis, but it's being shut down.
No way that's
Just no
sneaky.
way that's happening.
You go down the sea.
Another experimental bomber. Satellites might be a good choice. Hide a satellite somewhere. But they don't have UEF tech right now. This is actually working.
This is
So this base is going to take some serious damage here. This is good to see again. Ground attack here. This is really good to see. The mini crabs walking their way in with a spider. Don't necessarily need to, because obviously they're going to outrange the Tech 2 PD. Ice Crow says he's not playing for real. Maybe he's saying that because he's getting... When you say that, he actually has 2.2k mass incoming without a Scathis. He's just setting up boy manufacturing everywhere. That sounds actually horribly wrong. That sounds terrible. He just wants lots and lots of boys. That's what he's trying to do here. And there will come a point where he has so many boys that I think he's just going to be able to...
Cybran boys can't teleport.
The spider here, oh, it's focusing on the crab. Why? What a waste. Crab is pointless. It's going to die to the battleships. Get in there and ruin the anti-nukes. Look at the lines here. The lines of Zoes coming up. The spider is dying to Zoes. That's it's just getting absolutely ganked here. It's too depressed to even move. This base is going to get wiped out. That's what I think. The spider dies to Tech 1.
I've never seen this before.
Look at the amount of artillery shots everywhere. The whole map is just getting pummeled. Just manufacturing more boys. That is his plan. The experimental bomber are just chilling down here.
What are you doing?
I mean, the experimental bomber could probably do some good. We're up to 4 Beyblades now, 5 Beyblades, with another on the way. Definitely feel like they could probably use to do some UEF shields instead. They have UEF tech. They have Seraphim tech too. Why are they making the Cybran shields? I don't know. If you know the answer to that, please let me know in the comments. Strats being used against Zuis here. This is desperate times for Team 1. They're ever shrinking map control here. What's this now? Maybe 8% of the map? Maybe less.
The
Crab.
ultimate Suez
The
fan.
crab dealing with these destroyers here. I am surprised we haven't seen more strats. Because there's just no anti-air or AS. I mean, the ASF are patrolling in the base. They've got no map control. They can't stop the strats.
Bomber is still...
They got one. It's just building these. This poor Tech 4 bomber is getting deleted by...
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Oh, the big brain monkey back here.
Sneaky,
It's sneaking. It's not going to survive this though. No chance does it survive the GC.
They did bring the GC away.
But it's
from
pulled the GCs away. If the Salem's on attack command can just get in here, they can do a whole bunch of damage. The Zui's coming in. The killer Zui's.
Not the Suez.
With the air support behind, is going to be deleting all the ASF. Like, oh my lord. They're getting zapped.
Tech-free air support for the Suez.
Who
I
needs
don't think
experimentals?
Suez has ever got any more boys. This is
Absolutely outrageous. Zui spam. Just send someone this video right here if someone says that Tech 1 units are useless late game. Just screenshot this. Well, they didn't end up killing the Scathis here. Handed over to Red. So that's been handed over to fuck all the Zuis here. They are on both sides. They've had to build zappers. I'm not sure why they're building zappers. Oh, because of this TAC missile base down here. So there was no units, there were no kills on any of those. They didn't get anything done. Very effective. Restorers and GCs on the beach, but they're going to just die to battleships. Not that it matters, because they're manufactured with infinite money.
Oh. Are they building
Ice Crow still producing boys. Where is the sneaky Scathis? The sneaky
There
Scathis
you
is
go.
here this time. It's going to crawl up out of the sea like a prehistoric lizard, and it's going to shoot in here. Pink finishes an experimental.
And now the
Itchy, what have you built? It's another Beyblade. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Beyblades firing right now.
The Suez fan
Time to
finally
switch
stopped.
plans, really. You got that many Beyblades, start making satellites. That is what I think they should do. Just start making satellites. It would fix their scouting issues. It would fix their inability to deal with single units. They could actually have a genuine threat on the comms here. Just building Scathis, whilst absolutely devastating. I don't think it's going to be enough to finish the game. They are going to have to make something else. Maybe they can spam up a whole bunch of bugs or something. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of boys being made here. That Scathis is going up quickly. He's actually using more money than RCX is with the Paragon. The Spider's running away, which makes no sense since they're definitely going to die here. Maybe they're trying to run towards the anti-air, but that's not going to work. This is a losing battle here.
That's so sad. Honestly. Oh, get me.
And the Spider running away from the GC when the GC gets there, so completely pointless. Really should have just thrown it in. It's not like the mass or the reclaim is going to affect you anyway. Sending out scouts, but they are just getting munched. Look, they're not even making it out to the sea. RCX claims he has maxed out the Paragon, but when we click him, we see he's actually only claiming 2,000 mass, so that
He just
can't
hasn't
be
got
the
enough
case.
Build power. Build power.
Can't be the case. I thought the Paragon max was around 8 to 10k. Should be building more build power, I feel. Make more factories up here and more build power. Down to 1.5k here. He's actually getting outspent by Ice Crow, who's just making boys.
I think their plan is probably experimental
And
bombers and then more units.
are we going to see a third round of nukes? Well, there is one nuke loaded in each of these battleships.
Oh my god!
That, very tasty.
Oh, they're getting destroyed by the Scathis though. They need to rebuild.
The battleships are actually ready. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 7. Oh, it's not looking good. 19 anti-nukes loaded. Can they edge nuke the bottom ones? Not really. They can't edge nuke this either. Not a great place to park your Air Force here in battleship fire.
They've probably got so.
But there is no anti-air to defend the Navy here, and these restorers are going to eat.
They do,
Yeah, they're in the
have
wrong
ASF
place.
at the top. Just need to bring it down. But the restorers also kill ASF as well.
Ice Crow says to give up already. Valiant effort by Team 1 holding on here. They are actually level in mass, so when they had a huge advantage, they no longer have a massive advantage. Itchy's saying that the game is a shit show and he doesn't want anyone to see it. I mean, he's right
It's a
about
great game.
half as that.
It's a great game. Everyone
Some
should see
saltiness
this.
in the chat, dearie me. I feel like they're just stuck in a single track mind here. They just want to collect all the Beyblades. This is nice, but where's that Scathis? Well, the Scathis is ready. The sneaky Scathis is ready. The stealth base is up. The shields are being built. I can't imagine it will take them long to see that and fire back.
Everything is going to aim at that Scathis.
They can't see it. Large banks of T2RT here, probably for dealing with the ships, so that's now, that option is now out. And the RT is falling. Absolute chaos here. ASF are all sent over everything to do look for the Scathis. They know it's down here somewhere. Interesting. I wonder what that is. There's the Scathis. The eye is working. The ASF have found it. Well, they haven't really. The eye found it. And that will surely be the end of that Scathis.
Yeah,
I mean, there's 6 on 1.
Just need to retreat it
Large
back.
number of Tech 3 build power coming in here.
Are they moving the Scathis back in the sea?
Yeah, that actually might not be a bad idea. Move it back in the sea and then just hide and wait. Right? Look at the amount of fire!
God.
This is going to be irradiated for the next 6,000 years.
They're moving on the back. Yeah.
Wow. Just wow. Some give maths with some very quick maths here. See, he's a very big brain. The biggest of brains there. And these boys, if they're not careful, they're gonna get booped as well. Oh, the boys are on the run.
They've built quite a few bombers. Where are they going?
The battleships are in range of this Tech 2 arty base. If we learn anything from that Twin Rivers game, we've learned that huge banks of T2 arty with shield cover can actually hold off battleships basically indefinitely.
Where are the strats going? That's where I want to know.
Are these buildings? I feel they should be building Tech 3 bombers. I mean, there's basically no anti-air between here and the Scathis. Even better, just go for the anti-nukes. They only need to kill one of these anti-nukes and their nuke barrage will get through. They only need to kill one. This base is going to be cleaned up. No more sneaky Scathis options here. The spiders are in town. Look at this boy conga line here. Ice Crow possibly trolling in this game, only making boys. And this is what we needed to see. A big old strat wave from derpfaf here.
Where are they going?
This GC got depression. Look at that, depression kicked in. Why me? Strats are coming in, but they're going over the only part of the map which has any air defense.
Let's go for the power.
Very sad. Are they going to get the para? Oh, maybe actually. I don't think there's that many shields left. Oh, the last bomb got the para.
Oh no!
Oh boy. Another para is like 99%. That's a flex right here from RCX. That is a big flex. So I think all these boys are probably, if he just comes and sits all his boys here and spams spiders, I think he just ends the game. He has more build power, and at this point he has more mass income as well. Why they didn't build a second para? He needs more build power. RCX needs more build power. If he had taken this map back here and just spammed, you know, even just anything, just gunships or satellites or anything that he could use to hit back in any small way.
Oh, did Ping actually give up? Where's Ping gone?
I don't know. His comm is left. I think he may have just gotten depression and left the game here. That is understandable. But leaving a lone 1200 player against an 18, a 17, and a 15. That's quite sad. Spiders fighting multiple torp launchers from all the boys here. I think the boys would actually win this fight. The torps on the spiders are not that effective. There's just boys everywhere. So all those Scathis, they really haven't managed to do that much damage. Maybe if they'd coupled it with a nuke launcher, you know?
Strategic launch detected.
And here we go. The third wave is up.
Did he teleport in? Is that what happened?
It kind of looks like it. So the fuck teleports in, he gets nowhere, gets deleted immediately. The nuke barrage comes in. Here we go. That is a big fat nope, I think.
Oh.
There was actually plenty of anti-nukes left over that time. And they did that with the experimental bomber unused. If they had managed to crash the experimental bomber into this, they might have taken out half the anti-nukes. Heatmass says the defenses are on a field trip. All the spiders are taking a walk. But they are going to get definitely shut down by all these torp bombers. There's no protection for them. The crabs are coming in. Ice Crow has so many crabs right now. The experimental bomber drops it on the defenses.
There was no way it was ever going to get out.
The restorers are killing the crabs, but I don't think... Why are they retreating when they've gotten so close? There's so little of the map left. And it's just full of Beyblades.
With that second tower. That's so close.
Ice Crow up to 3.8k mass. And he's just manufacturing his own Scathis now.
I think there's 10 out of 10 effort for RCX.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a 10 out of 10 for effort. I mean, why didn't they do this attack here? Why didn't Ice Crow do this attack and focus on the anti-nukes before they did the massive launch of a huge reclaim here? Look at the hives reclaiming the crab.
That is so bad.
This is getting demolished now. The Scathis are going to come in, and on such a tiny area where you can't afford to lose anything. Where is...
He can move the Scathis though. He can technically move
His
them.
comm is up here. He has
Commander
41
under
boys.
attack.
How many boys does Ice Crow have? 268 boys.
That's crazy.
He has more boys than anything else. That is the power of
It's
boys
not
right
really
there.
a fair fight though.
And oh dear. And I think this one is all over. Valiant defense by RCX here. The Paragon takes a hit. He starts stealth. I guess he's going to try a desperate telly snipe. He already has laser. He's making shields. He's got cloak. I guess he can't go for a telly snipe because he has no scouting information, right? He has no idea where the enemy is. None at all. So he can't even go for a snipe.
Where's Ice Crow?
He's building bugs. Why didn't he build some bugs before when he had air superiority?
Where's Ice Crow?
Ice Crow's comm is in the water here. It's going for a walk. Can't see where the move command is. Paragon is dead.
Oh
Only one Beyblade remains. How much mass is left on the map? Well, it's 1.4 million. The bomber here deletes the shields for the Scathis. The last anti-nuke. It's got 7 anti-nukes in it. None of the nuke launchers are ready though. This is surely game. Yeah. Itchy's comp still here, AFK.
Yeah.
Was this game winnable for Team 1 when they were hemmed in? RCX sad that he's gotten dunked on. This experimental bomber, yeah. Did he nuke his ally? That's actually hilarious. He did.
I would do the same if I were.
He's got cloak, so this is kind of trolley, just running around with cloak like this. He's never going to be able to do anything with it. Icecrow says, easy game at 1 hour and 22 minutes. The Scathis is brutal for denying build power, but if you decentralize it and hide it, and you've got boys everywhere, it is possible to overcome even 6 Scathis. Well, they know it's here. The scouts are out. They must know that it's here. So MVP, who do you reckon?
RCX?
Yeah, I mean, Icecrow basically carried this game once they lost the
That is
initial
true.
exchange. He really did carry this game hard.
Actually,
RCX gives up. Yeah, true. Defug actually with the nuke launchers here. He was the game. He rescued it.
he rescued it, I think.
He committed everything into those nukes. That has to be the play of the game.
Difficult
Launching all those
design.
nukes.
That was spectacular. Yeah, that
Poor
totally
RCX.
Yeah.
So probably Icecrow MVP for carrying this so hard with all of his boys when there wasn't really anything his teammates could have done. But he is 600 rating points above RCX, who held on for dear life. I think there is a clear derp award here, and that is going to be Happy Idiot, who ended his life here to about 4 strap bombers with no shields, no attempt to dodge. He was busy microing his navy, which is, you know, understandable given that he was under a lot of pressure from 2 players. I feel a bit bad about giving him a derp award, but there you go. Someone's got to get it. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for tuning in for another Forged Alliance Forever meme cast. Again, if you want to leave a comment, it does help with the motivation. These videos take like at least 6 hours to make. If you've got another cast that's a fun game to watch for some pretty amusing moments, do send us a link. We'll take a look at it. Until next time, thanks very much. See you soon. Bye.